You're about to make a seven-figure decision in Fort Lauderdale, and right now there is a gap between what people think is happening in this market and what is actually happening. I am seeing two types of buyers. One feels like they found a financial advantage moving here, and the other one second guesses and sometimes overpays for the wrong property. So the real question is not just, is this a smart buy? It is, are you looking at the right part of this market? So let's break it down. First, inventory. If you're coming from New York or the Northeast, you're probably expecting low inventory and heavy competition. That is only partially true. In the $1 to $3 million range, inventory has opened up. But once you move into waterfront, newer construction, or anything turnkey near the ocean, supply tightens fast. So, this is not one market. If you want high quality coastal property, you are still competing. And if you are flexible on conditions or location, you may have some negotiating power more than you expect. And this is where buyers get it wrong. They treat this as one market. Now, if you layer in insurance, this is one of the biggest variables right now. And if you're not factoring this in, then you're not factoring the deal correctly. You're not evaluating it correctly. You have waterfront, roof age, elevation. These will all affect your insurance costs in ways that out-of-state buyers do not expect. I have seen buyers felt confident about the purchase price and then completely rethink the deal once they see the real numbers. So a smart buy is not just about the price. It's about the total ownership. Quick question for you. Are you planning to use this as a second home or something more long-term? Because that changes how you should evaluate everything here. And now what about demand? Fort Lauderdale is still pulling strong interest from New York, the Northeast, California, and Canada. But the mindset has changed. A few years ago, it was urgency. Now it's strategic positioning. Buyers are comparing Fort Lauderdale to Miami, to Palm Beach, and even sometimes to Naples. And this is where Fort Lauderdale stands out. You get better water access, less congestion than Miami, and in many cases, better value at similar price points. So let's talk about pricing power. This is where the opportunity is. Some segments still favor sellers, others give buyers more room than you might expect. If you're looking at updated waterfront or anything close to the ocean, you're still going to feel competition. But if you're open to properties that need work or are slightly less prime, there's more flexibility right now. So again, this market is layered and the advantages come from knowing where you fit in. Let me ask you this. What price point are you actually targeting? Because the experience at 1 million is very different than at 5 million and completely different from 10 million. So drop that in the comment and I look through those and helps me shape what I cover next. So is this a smart time to buy? It depends on how you approach it. If you're trying to time the market perfectly, you will likely wait longer than you should. But if you are buying with a long-term perspective, mindset, and choosing the right type of property, there are real opportunities right now. You have more time to evaluate, more room to negotiate in certain cases, and more options depending on your criteria. But the margin for error is still real. Buying the wrong property near the coast or underestimating ownership cost can change the outcome completely. So here's the bottom line. Fort Lauderdale is not a hype market right now, it's a strategic one. If you understand where demand is strongest and how to evaluate the full cost of ownership, this can be a very smart move.